Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the City of Bowling Green, Kentucky regular meeting, City Hall, February 6, 2024 at 4:30. We're going to begin with the invocation and pledge allegiance, and I'll turn it over to Commissioner Linda.
Thank you. If you don't mind, if you'll stand, please. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity to come and represent the city. We ask that you be with each of us as we make the decisions on behalf of the city. We thank you for all of the employees that represent the city of Bowling Green, that being all employees, including our firefighters, our police officers, public works, all departments. We are so blessed to have each and every one of them, and they contribute to making our city one of the best in the entire world. Thank you for all the blessings you give to each of us, and we ask that you be with those that are less fortunate than we are. In your name we pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Hill. Unfortunately, we don't have any cheerleaders here tonight, but they are on their way to nationals, and so they're going on to bigger competition, and so we're rooting for them and continuation for their national championship. Hopefully, we'll bring them back in and have another cheer here. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and start with the roll call.
Commissioner Hill.
Here.
Commissioner Perigin, absent. Commissioner Bailey.
Here.
Commissioner Beasley Brown.
Here.
Mayor Alcott.
Here. Mr. Meisel, do you have comments at this time?
I don't have much tonight, Mayor. All I have is if you want to make public comments, please sign the register in the back of the room. We'll take those up after our regular session. That's all I got.
Thank you, Mr. Meisel. Our first item is approval of minutes for regular meeting, January 16, 2024, and our special work session that was happened the same night for gold planing, January 17, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, have a motion from Commissioner Hill, second from Commissioner Bailey. Any discussion? None? Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Municipal Order Number 2024-17.
Municipal order approving the probationary appointments of Jimmy Blake and Dustin Brooks to the position of Parks Facility Maintainer in the Parks and Recreation Department.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Beasley Brown. Mr. Meisel.
I'd like to ask Tiara Britt to come up, our HR Resource Director, HR Manager, Tiara, and make her recommendations for these two vacant positions at Cemetery.
Good evening. We have two recommendations for the cemetery department. First, we have Mr. Jimmy Blake, who was a graduate from Muhlenberg South High. He was a U.S. Army NCO officer. He completed a tour in Iraq, but he has a lot of experience with heavy machinery and landscaping. Most recently, Jimmy was an operating technician at Logan Aluminum, so we think he'll be a great asset. Then we have Mr. Dustin Brooks, who is a Warren Central High School graduate. He completed 2 years at WKU, and he has over 14 years of experience in landscaping. He's worked as a site manager at Jack's Yard and Bella's Nursery, Phoenix Lawn and Landscaping, and up until 2023, he worked at Sodexo contracting for WKU. So if Jimmy is not here this evening, but if Dustin and his family can stand up, he is here with his wife, Lindsay, his daughter, Abigail, his mother-in-law, Miss Wanda.
Hello, welcome tonight. All right, we look forward to you joining our city, and thank you for bringing your family. All right, commissioners ready? Okay, roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes, congratulations. Municipal Order Number 2024-18.
Municipal order approving the probationary appointment of Rob Evans to the position of City Surveyor in the Public Works Department.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Beasley Brown, second by Commissioner Hill. Mr. Meisel.
We have a familiar face we'd like to bring back tonight, and I'd like to ask Tiara to come back up and make the recommendation. Tiara.
try this again. I'm a little bit taller than y'all. Okay. So we would like to recommend Mr. Evans to come back as our city surveyor. Back in November of 2022, he retired after 28 years of service. So he's returning with us, so we'll have him for a little while, but he's going to be bringing back a lot of expertise and knowledge, and he is going to be here to help us kind of move into, or help train a new person to take his role. So Mr. Evans is here this evening, if he would like to stand.
Mr. Evans,
Welcome back.
thank you for bringing back your expertise. We appreciate you. All right. Well, let's make it official. Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes, congratulations. Municipal Order Number 2024-19.
Municipal order authorizing adoption of the revised City of Bowling Green fire promotional procedures.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Beasley Brown, second by Commissioner Bailey. Mr. Mizel.
So I'd like to introduce these next two municipal orders together. They are both very, very similar, and it's basically amending the police and the fire promotional procedures. And as you can see, there's only one little paragraph in both of them, Section 2, that talks about eligibility, and all we were proposing to do is to change the deadline from a let me get back to it, from the application deadline to the eligibility list date for the deadline. And it's about a 3 to 4 month difference, and basically it helps those that aren't quite to the point when the application opens up, they can still finish up by the time we make the decision. And so I hope I explained that correctly, Tiara and Chief, but Chief is here, can answer any questions, the whys or the reasons for doing this, but I think it's going to really clean things up, make things clear on, well, did I make the deadline or did I not, and technicality kind of thing. So this will hopefully clean this up and make it a really clean cutoff and help people get ready to at the same time.
Thank you, Mr. Mizel.
Chief's here, can answer any of your questions.
Mr. Jackson, do we need a motion for Municipal Order 2024-20?
So moved.
We'll do two separate actions.
Split those. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you, though, Mr. Bailey. All right, so any questions at this time for 2024-19? Okay, none. Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes, Municipal Order Number 2024-20.
Municipal order authorizing adoption of the revised City of Bowling Green police promotional procedures.
So moved. Second.
By Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Beasley Brown. Again, is there any questions on this motion? None. Roll call.
Hill.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes, Municipal Order Number 2024-21.
Municipal order approving amended and restated workforce coordinator agreement among the City of Bowling Green, Warren County, and Bowling Green Area Chamber of Commerce.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Beasley Brown, second by Commissioner Bailey. Mr. Mizel.
We've partnered with the Chamber of Commerce for several years now to fund this workforce coordinator positions along with the county. This funds two positions for Sandra Baker and Olivia Howard that are in charge of our SCK launch. And as you know, the SCK launch has been a huge success over the years. And we are, as you can see in your packets, we are back to the pre-COVID numbers in attendance on this. They not only do the launch, but they do the pathway to engineering. They've got the career shadowing program now, the student ambassadors, the job fair that they put on for the juniors and seniors, I believe it is, and then the career focus models that really drill down into what you really want, you think you want to do, gives them a taste of that. And then they got the educator externships where you can go do an externship instead of internship, and then the Leader in Me, which is award-winning program in our elementary schools all the way through. We've even got one school that's a legacy school now, Natcher Elementary. But Meredith Rosansky's here with us, and I'll let her step up and cover anything that I missed. Meredith?
Thank you for that introduction, and thank you for your continued support. We have grown. We are back on our 8th grade experience event to pre-COVID numbers, so we had almost 3,500 8th graders this year. This year we will set a record with our career shadowing, 900 high school juniors and seniors, getting them out of the classroom and into our area businesses to experience a day in the life. That's been a very powerful partnership with our business community, and has been the stepping stone for a lot of them connecting to employers. It was funny, we had WNKY actually came this week to interview me about career shadowing, and they're going to our career shadowing on Friday at M&L Electric to cover it. But then she emailed back when she got back to the office. She was like, I forgot to tell you, last year we hired one of the students that came to WNKY for career shadowing, and next week we're interviewing another one that came this year. So it really is a great connection for our students. And a way for them to see, is this really something that we like? You know, we do have students that are healthcare bound. We take them to Med-Center, TriStar, and they see blood and they pass out. And we're like, maybe healthcare administration's more your thing. But it really gives them an up-close and personal look. And the educator externships, much like our experience event, we've partnered with GREC to offer that out to our surrounding county educators as well, because we're really trying to grow that village of people who are aware of all the opportunities that are available, not just for our students here in Bowling Green and Warren County, but all of the students, so that our businesses continue to thrive and grow. And then one piece that we don't talk a whole lot about is our student ambassadors. So each of our 6 high schools, Geo High School has a team too, has a team of high schoolers that are selected by an application process by the school. They have to represent all 4 grades, and they have to be leaders. Not necessarily positive, they need to have a following. And then we bring in corporate level Covey trainers to train them on project management. And they're charged with running service projects in their school. And then we also do sort of a mini United Way Day of Caring, where we bring all 6 schools together and do big service projects in the community. But last time we met with them, they really wanted to know more about the community. Why is Bowling Green so attractive to businesses? Why are so many people moving here? One of their questions was, what happens when we're full? So the last couple weeks ago, I met with all the teams and did my best to answer all the questions that they had come up with. And then at the end of the day, we asked them to write what they love about Bowling Green. If you'll indulge me, I just have 2 that I wanted to share with you. One says, connection is a valuable resource nowadays, and it's one that seems to run scarce. What I love about Bowling Green is that it's a community of expert connectors and communicators. From the business owners to the refugees, Bowling Green is so diverse that no matter where you go with experience you go to experience the culture that brings people together. In Bowling Green, we celebrate people's differences. We listen to each other's stories in order to form these beautiful connections. And then I love Bowling Green. I love that Bowling Green is continuing to grow while still feeling like a small town and close-knit community. We have a history-rich downtown, as well as a developing retail industry. Bowling Green is local, yet connected. I especially enjoy lattes at Spencer's. There are also lots of parks and places to enjoy nature. I love that Bowling Green never stopped feeling like a hometown while continuing to grow. And one thing I love most about Bowling Green is the diversity. Bowling Green would not be the same place without all of the people, languages, cultures that make it Bowling Green. So it's really nice to see sort of our next generation. I stood before them and told them, one day I hope one of you replaces me, and I want you to be good at it. But it really does kind of reinforce that we have a very bright future in Bowling Green interacting with our students. So thank you for your support, and we hope you'll vote to continue.
Meredith.
Mayor, I believe this is our biggest pipeline for solving our workforce participation and development issues that we have, like everybody else does have. And I think we're ahead of the game. And how many seniors do we have that graduate each year, Meredith? Yeah, so that's a lot that can be plugged into these jobs that we have, and this is our biggest pipeline, and we really need to not lose sight of it. So,
Well, it's also, kind of been the incubator and the inspiration behind 2 new schools. We're building one right now, Warren County Public Schools for Innovation, and Bowling Green has plans to build a second innovation school from the Bowling Green High School campus, and they just finish an $80 million campus, which is beautiful and incredible, plugging in students, and they're bringing in, through the SCK launch leadership, they're bringing in community leaders, they're bringing in, people from the community to the students. And I think this partnership has inspired much more than just what we initially began with. It's building buildings, it's building, the future for Bowling Green, because those schools are engineered to put students, on career pathways, and it's a special thing happening. Commissioners? Okay, no more questions. Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Municipal order number 2024-22.
Municipal order authorizing and accepting bid number 2024-24 for auditing services from Cherry Beckert LLP of Lexington, Kentucky, beginning with fiscal year 2023-2024 and extending through fiscal year 2027-2028.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Bailey, second by Commissioner Hill. Mr. Mizel.
Call Deborah Jenkins, our city internal auditor's coming up. This is just a RFP we went out. We are in our last year with our auditors. FY23 was our last year with our current auditors, and so we are here before you tonight with this recommendation. Deborah.
Back in 2007, when we created the audit committee, one of the main things that we tasked them with was to be able to select and recommend who our external auditors were. That adds an independence factor that helps keep things objective. So we go through, every 5 years, we'll go through an RFP process to put a bid out to see, do we stay with the same firm? Do we move with someone else? So this was conducted back in December, and on January 9th, the audit committee met and did a very thorough evaluation of this. And with their recommendation, we had 3 firms, and they're recommending that we stay with Cherry Beckert, who was MCM but now has merged again because they've been the firm with us. Our audit committee members are Pamela Napier, who's our current chair. We've got Jill Price, Dan Myers, Barry Pruitt, and Commissioner Bailey is our commissioner for the time, and he was at the meeting and might have some insight with that as well. But they met, went through it, and they're recommending that we stay with a new name but familiar faces with Cherry Beckert.
All right, thank you, Deborah. Commissioners? Okay, roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Municipal order number 2024-23.
Municipal order authorizing and accepting bid number 2024-17 for Crosswinds Backup Booster Pump Project from Scott and Ritter, Inc. of Bowling Green, Kentucky, in an amount not to exceed $125,120.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Bailey. Mr. Mizel.
We are in the midst of the Crosswinds irrigation system that Brent Belcher is overseeing. We are in need of doing this secondary primary pump fail in case one fails. It's a pump station that we would place in one of the lakes out there. It's a packaged system, and we would come in and just do the connections, all the electrical that's needed, and we went out for bid, received one bid from Scott and Ritter for the $125,120. This included an option A, which was $6,700, which allows them to control this from their phone, their mobile unit, and we are recommending acceptance of this to get this pump station as a backup at Crosswinds for the new irrigation system. Brent Belcher is here, can answer any of your questions on this one.
Mr. Belcher, how is the irrigation project going right now, Crosswinds? I know it's under construction, but what's the timeline, and how's it going out there?
Well, as of today, they tried, I'm not sure if they're completed with this, but their goal was to go bore underneath Wilkerson Trace today to go ahead and make that connection. So minus January's kind of winter weather, I think would be complete at this point. But with that said, they should be complete in the near future. I think talk to their staff, they'll say 2 weeks. If you talk to our staff, maybe a little bit more, we'll see. But
Right. But this addendum's needed for this pump, and
this is actually this is a booster pump. It allows us to, when we're using our irrigation, to use it to its maximum capability.
thank you, Brent. Other questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Municipal order number 2024-24.
Municipal order authorizing the submission of a grant application and acceptance of grant funds from the 2024 GM on Main Street Grant Program in the amount of $50,000.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Beasley Brown, second by Commissioner Hill. Mr. Mizel.
I'd like to ask Talia Butler to come up and tell you a little bit about this grant. This is really exciting that we were able to get this, and recommend that we accept it, but it has no match required, and it's just a really great grant that we were able to get. Talia?
Thank you, Mr. Meisel. We are super excited about this GM Foundation grant opportunity. And before I go any further, we have two special General Motors guests I'd like to introduce to you all. We have the plant director here at Bowling Green for the Corvette Assembly, Mr. Ray Therilt. And we have the plant's communication manager, Rachel Bagshaw.
Oh.
So General Motors Foundation puts out this grant for 5 cities per year, and they only offer it to those that have plants in their areas. And the Chamber of Commerce actually found this grant opportunity for us and forwarded it on, so we appreciate the Chamber for that. And this is given to downtowns and main streets with the goal of placemaking and public art. And because we have the GM tie to it, our friends at GM have offered to use or allow us the use of Corvette in some unique ways in this art. We've got 3 projects in the works with this $50,000, all with placemaking and place branding. We intend to use part of the money to they call it thermo paint, special use. Andy Souza knows this way better than I do, but turning the crosswalk in front of Skypack into piano keys, turning the crosswalk in front of the Bowling Green Ballpark Plaza into baseball bats and baseballs, beautifying it a little bit, and wrapping 14 of the traffic signal cabinets in vinyl around the downtown footprint with place branding art, utilizing the Corvette with it as well. And plus, on top of that, the third one is going to be giant aerial illustrated maps of downtown at the 7th and 8th Street entrances of the parking structure. So when you're walking in or walking out, you can see where you are in relation to all the other downtown venues, because we need that really badly. But that's the whole plan, and we thank you to General Motors and the GM Foundation for this, and we're really excited to put it all to good use.
Wow, thank you, Talia. Mr. Throut, thank you for being here tonight, and welcome to Bowling Green as our new plant manager of GM. It's an honor that you're here. I think, Rachel, thank you for being here. This is a wonderful project that you are infusing into the vision of I-65 Beautify and, Project Pride for Bowling Green. There's amazing amount of philanthropy and, personal support, but it's nice to see our corporate support join that team. So we're grateful to that. So thank you.
Is there a timeline or anything around, receiving the grant and then how long it would take to kind of get all of this up and going?
Yes. GM asks that we get everything activated by September, so it should be within the next year.
Thank you to General Motors, and again, thank you all for being here tonight. We're very grateful for you.
Talia, I'd just like to say thank you, Talia, and thank you, General Motors, for this opportunity. It's just one more way we're making downtown Bowling Green so beautiful. So thank you very much.
Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. All right. Municipal order number 2024-25.
Municipal order approving construction and accepting maintenance of Magnolia Hills subdivision sections 1 and 2.
So move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Bailey. Mr. Mizel.
The developer of Magnolia Hills subdivision, just out Plano Road, is requesting that we accept their infrastructure that was constructed in Magnolia Hills. City staff and planning and zoning staff went out and did the inspection in July, came up with just a short list of punch list items, and those were wrapped up in November. The only thing outstanding is just some street lights they're waiting on to come in, and still working on an agreement for the stormwater retention basins, but we'll be back with that. But everything else looks good. We'll be accepting about 2.23 miles of roadway. with the associated sidewalk and storm sewer that go along with that. And Melissa's here, Andy's here, can answer your questions about this acceptance, as well as, I see Ben. No, Ben's not here, sorry. So, but they can answer any questions you might have about this subdivision.
Great, thank you, Mr. Mizel. Commissioners, questions at this time? Okay, roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Bailey. Beasley Brown. Alcott.
Yes. Ordinance number BG 2024-3, first reading, non-binding.
Ordinance relating to budget amendment. Ordinance approving amendment number 2 to the City of Bowling Green, Kentucky annual operating budget for fiscal year 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Beasley Brown, second by Commissioner Hill. Mr. Mizel.
This is our second budget amendment for FY '24. In here, you will see some donations that have come in, grants, just some cleanup of some things that have come and happened since we adopted the budget. Some grants we didn't get, we are adjusting for in here, and a little bit of this and that, but nothing major. It's mostly some donations and grants that came in, and some transfers of money that we needed to make for the Station 5 and Training Center from the general fund to the Fire Capital Fund. And then Katie is here, can answer any questions you might have on this one.
Thank you, Mr. Mizel.
But this is
Questions?
pretty good. We're at February, and this is only our second amendment, so not too bad.
Thank you, Katie. Questions? Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Bailey. Beasley Brown. Alcott.
Yes. Ordinance number BG 2024-1, second reading, binding.
Ordinance rezoning real estate. Ordinance rezoning tracts of land containing 1.267 acres from HE Agriculture and HB Highway Business to HB Highway Business located at 1110 and a portion of 1100 Three Springs Road, presently owned by Fleeland, Inc.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Beasley Brown, second by Commissioner Hill. This was a unanimous vote by our Board of Commission at our last commission meeting. Is there any questions at this time? There's none. Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Bailey. Beasley Brown. Alcott.
Yes. Ordinance number BG 2024-2, second readings, binding.
Ordinance rezoning real estate. Ordinance rezoning a tract of land containing 1.58 acres from PUD Planned Unit Development to HB Highway Business located on the property abutting the south end of Midsummer Street, presently owned by Green Hills Development Partners, LLC.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Carlos Bailey. This is also unanimous at our last commission meeting. Unless there's any questions at this time or discussion? None? Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Bailey. Beasley Brown. Alcott.
Yes. Okay, we're going to check for public comments. And I'm going to step out just a second while we're checking. All right. Robert, when you want to come up here, and then, Robert, we're going to give you 5 minutes. I'll let you know when you're around minute 3. Give me just a second. Go ahead.
Sure. My name is Robert Lionshield from Adams Street, 1164 Adams Street. And I have a proposal for the commission for the Go Bus. My car has been in the shop for the past month, and while I've been riding the bus, I've noticed that individual women who get on the bus with their children are unable to have their children sitting in the seat properly, their babies, I should say. They don't have a baby seat. So I'm just making a proposal that you have some engineers look at the Go Bus system and see if they could have at least one baby seat per bus for the benefit of everybody and for their safety.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you for your recommendation and your observation. Appreciate that.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Good
Have a good day.
points. All right. There's no one else here to make comments. It's a short meeting. It's probably because Sue Peregrina's not here. I'm just saying. I don't think any of us disagree. All right, so we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.